This is the ICSE 2024 Board Maths paper. I shall be solving question 7, 8, 9 and 10 of section B of this paper in this video. You can watch it to know how to present your answers for Maths Board examination and also how the questions will be marked. I have been an ICSE examiner, so watch the video till the end to know how much you would get in Maths ICSE Board exam. 7, first part, again is a diagram based question. It's a circles chapter. We have been given that triangle ABC is isosceles and PQ is the tangent here to the circle at C, and OM, this one, is perpendicular to AC, and angle COM, that is COM, is 65 and so is AOM. They asked us to find angle ABC, that is this one, then BAC, that is this one, and BCQ, that is BCQ, that is this one. Yeah, first we have to draw the diagram. We write what is given and we write what is to be found out. And this is a 3-mark question. So remember, ABC, BAC and BCQ, each one will be 1 mark. To begin with, when they talk about ABC, for ABC, can you see that it is half of AOC? This is angle at the circumference. It will be half angle at the center. So we write the reason. And this is given as 65 and 65. So this whole thing is 130. So half of 130, angle ABC becomes 65. That is this angle. Yeah. Now we have finished with the first one. Now we come to BAC. For BAC, we will use AB equal to AC, which is given. And so angles opposite equal sides. Opposite AB will be this angle. Opposite AC will be this angle. They will be equal. I'm going to call them X each. That is because angles opposite equal sides are equal. Now in this triangle, this one, angle BAC plus X and X will be 180 degrees. So we just write the angles with their names and we write the reason that in a triangle, angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. We substitute ACB and ABC as X and X, and angle BAC will turn out to be, as you can see, 50 degrees. So 1 mark for getting this answer, 1 mark for getting this answer. Then the last one is where we had to find this angle, this one. Now this angle is angle between the tangent and the chord. The chord makes in the alternate segment this angle, that is BAC. So this angle will be equal to angle BAC by alternate segment theorem. And that gives us our 1 mark, and so 3 marks can be easily obtained for this question as well. Second part, solve the following inequation, write down the solution set and represent it on the real number line. So we have minus 3 plus x less than or equal to 7x upon 2 plus 2 less than 8 plus 2x, and x is an integer. So this is our inequation. We write from here to here this side as one inequation, and from here to here this side as another inequation. And we solve it the way you have learned to solve. You get this value, that will be 1 mark. You get this value, that is 1 mark. Then we write the values here of x, copy this as it is, and then x less than 2.4 we combine with this, and the solution set will be minus 2 less than or equal to x less than 2.4, and x belongs to I. Now if it's an integer, it will be equal to minus 2, so we write minus 2 with the shading here. Then we can take minus 1, and then we can take here 1 and up to 2. We cannot take this 2.4. So this solution set is to be also written as solution set will be -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Whenever it's an integer, a whole number, or natural number, we must list the elements. So this value to get is 1 mark, this value to get is 1 mark, and to write the solution set and represent it on the number line is 1 mark. That's how we get our 3 marks. Third part, in the given diagram, ABC is a triangle where B 4, -4, C -4, -2 and D is the point on AC. Write down the coordinates of A and D. Now this is again a very simple straightforward question. Find the coordinates of centroid of ABC. So we have coordinates of A, B and C. We'll use the formula. Then D divides AC in the ratio k:1. Find the value of K and find the equation of the line BD, and that is for 4 marks. This is the solution. I have just copy pasted this diagram to save on time. But even if you do not draw this diagram, that's fine. I've kept this diagram for our reference. Actually, for our presentation, you can write A, B, C, D, the questions that are asked on the diagram. And this is for 4 marks. Now, coordinates of A and D. If I have to show you coordinates of A and D, this is 6 on y-axis, 0 on x-axis, and so A becomes 0, 6. Point D is on x-axis, so -3 is the x-coordinate and y-coordinate is 0. So we write D is -3, 0, and that is our answer A, and that is for 1 mark. Our part B asks us to find the coordinates of centroid of ABC. Now centroid of this triangle, the formula goes x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. So we write so. We substitute the value of x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, and we write like so, and then we will have 0 plus and -4 will give us 0 upon 3. Here 6 and this -6 upon 3 gives us 0 upon 3. So 0, 0 is a centroid, and that will be our 1 mark. Now part C says that D divides AC in the ratio k:1. So we have AC. A is here and C is here, and we will write A on the left, C on the right, and we'll write D with the coordinates here as shown -3, 0. Here can you see that? And we write the ratio as k:1. So we'll write our assumption here. Let this one be x1, y1, and this one be x2, y2, and C -4, -2 becomes x2, y2. Our ratio k:1 becomes m:n. And now here x coordinate we already know is -3, but y coordinate is 0. Now if we take this 0 as y coordinate and substitute in the formula, then we can get the value of ratio. So we write y equal to 0 and my2, so it will be k into -2, that is -2k. Then this one into this 6, so that will be 6 upon k plus 1. And if you cross multiply, you will get 0 equal to -2k plus 6. -2k comes this side, 2k is equal to 6, k equal to 6 upon 2, which is 3. And that is our 1 mark. Now the last question based on this was find the equation of BD. We know the value of coordinates of B and D. So for the equation, we'll need first the slope and then we'll take either B or D to get our equation. We will draw the basic line for BD. B is 4, -4. and D is minus 3 comma 0. We'll call this as x1 comma y1. We'll call this as x2 comma y2, and slope of BD will be given as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. You already know this formula. Substitute the values and you'll get the slope of BD as 4 upon minus 7. Then we say BD has slope equal to minus 4 upon 7, and it passes through point D. I have taken instead of B minus 3 comma 0 because this 0 is going to make my calculations faster. Using slope point form, y minus y1 plus m into bracket x minus x1. So y minus 0, this value, and m is minus 4 upon 7, and x minus 3, so that becomes x plus 3, and then 7y is equal to minus 4x minus 4 into 3, that is minus 12. Take 4x this side so that x is positive, and 4x plus 7y equal to minus 12. We keep all the terms on the left hand side and we say equation of BD is 4x plus 7y plus 12 equal to 0, and that is our 1 mark. That finishes our question 7. Question 8, first part. The polynomial 3x cube plus 8x square minus 15x plus k has x minus 1 as a factor. Find the value of k and hence factorize the resulting polynomial completely. And this again is for 3 marks. For our solution, we will first write x minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, and we have to find k and then factorize completely. So if x minus 1 is the factor, then x minus 1 equal to 0 and x equal to 1. So we write f of x as the polynomial and we substitute x as 1. So we write f of 1 equal to 3 into x cube means 1 cube plus 8 into x squared means 1 squared minus 15 into x means 1 plus k. F of 1 will become our remainder by remainder theorem. So it will be 1 cube is 1, 1 square is 1, and we have just written the values. Then we'll write remainder equal to 0 because it is a factor, and we write over here by factor theorem. And here we'll have 3 plus 8, that is 11, 11 minus 15 and plus k. That gives us k equal to minus 4 here goes that side, so k equal to 4. So that gives us a 1 mark here, 1 mark here. And now we have to show the long division for factorizing. So we have factorized it like so. Everybody knows how to do long division like this. But this part should be represented as f of x equal to x minus 1 multiplied by this. Now this trinomial can be factorized like this, and then we will write the last bit as the 3 brackets multiplied. Our given polynomial is factorized as x minus 1, x plus 4, 3x minus 1, and that gives our 1 mark. So that is how we get our 3 marks here. Question 8, the second part. The following letters A, D, M, N, O, S, U, Y of English alphabet are written on separate cards and put in a box. The cards are well shuffled and one card is drawn at random. What is the probability that the card drawn is a letter of the word A, Monday, B, which does not appear in Monday, C, which appears both in Sunday and Monday? This is for 3 marks, so you will see each one of these subparts are for 1 mark. And of course, you have to write the statements which have the sample space is the given letters that were given to you. Then A part, we write probability into bracket Monday. So for this, we have to first find the favorable outcomes, which is just the letters separated by a comma. Now, if any one of these is missing, even the comma is missing, the entire set goes wrong. So although the marks are given 1, 2, 3, your examiner can cut mark if this part anything is missing. So probability of the event is number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Favorable number of outcomes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 upon sample spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 upon 8 is answer A. B asks us to find probability which does not exist in Monday, which means it will be 1 minus probability Monday. So 1 minus 5 upon 8, that is 3 upon 8. Now if you can check back, the ones which are not in Monday are S, U and Y. So that is again 3 upon 8. You can write it the other way also. C, probability of both Sunday and Monday. So the favorable outcomes, we will write Sunday, S-U-N-D-A-Y, each separated by a comma. And then M and O, because N-D-A-Y is already here. So these are the favorable outcomes. So these are all 8 and upon total that is 8 and the probability of the event is 1 and this gets your 1 mark. So that's how we get 3 marks for this question. Let us look at part 3. Oil is stored in a spherical vessel occupying 3/4 of its full capacity. Radius of this spherical vessel is 28 centimeter. This oil is then poured into cylindrical vessel with radius 21 centimeter. Find the height of the oil in the cylindrical vessel. Correct to the nearest centimeter. Take pi equal to 22 upon 7. So we have the spherical vessel in which oil is 3/4 of its capacity. This is poured into the cylindrical vessel and we have been given only the radius of it. We have to find the height. So let us see how we are going to write the answer. We will show this for our own reference. So we know that volume of the oil in the spherical can over here will be 3/4 of its capacity. Capacity means volume. So it will be 3 upon 4 into what is the formula for capacity or volume of the sphere? 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So we will cancel this 3 and 4 and we'll get just plain pi r cube. If we substitute the values, pi will be 22 upon 7 into 28 into 28 into 28 centimeter cube. Now to get this part will be our 1 mark. Now we have to pour this oil into this. So the volume of both will be the same. So volume of oil in the cylindrical vessel is pi r square h. So pi is 22 upon 7 into radius of the cylindrical vessel is 21. So 21 times 21 times 8. So this will be equal to the volume of the oil in spherical vessel. So we write those simultaneously, substitute what we had derived earlier here, and this side we will write this quantity. 22 upon 7 gets cancelled from both sides. You can keep this in terms of pi also, not a problem. And then h will be equal to this 21 into 21 goes that side. So it will come 28, 28, 28 multiplied divided by 21 into 21. 7 3s, 7 4s, 7 3s and 7 4s. So we have 28 into 16 or 28 into 4. That is 112 into 4 upon 9 and that becomes 4 2s 8, 4 1s 4, 4 1s 4, 4 4, 8 upon 9. So height will be equal to 9 4s 36, 9 9s 81.77, but we have to round off to nearest centimeter. Can you see this arrow? So I have rounded off up to units place, that means 50 centimeters approximately. So you saw the marking. It's a 4 mark question. So 1 mark here, 1 mark here, 1 mark here and 1 mark here. Because it's a 4 mark question, you have to explicitly write steps so that you'll get your full. We come to question number 9, first part. The figure shows a circle of radius 9 cm with O as the center. The diameter AB produced meets the tangent PQ at P. So AB diameter produced here, PQ is the tangent, and PA is given as from here to here 24. Find the length of tangent PQ. Let us look at it. We draw first the diagram. We write what is given. Radius is given as 9 cm. We have to find PQ, that is this, the tangent square. Now if you look at this AP, it is made up of AO plus OB plus BP. We know that AO and OB, they are 9 and 9 centimeters respectively. So 9 and 9, 18 will be subtracted from the whole thing, 24. That will give us 6 centimeters here. So we write just that like so. So that will be our first mark. Then we write PQ square. PQ square is equal to PA into PB, because tangent square is equal to product of segments of chords. Substitute the values. You will get PQ equal to 144 square root of, and that is our 12 centimeters. That is our one more mark, and that is our answer. Let us look at question 9, second part. It's a question on shares and dividends, again for 3 marks. Mr. Gupta invested 33,000 in buying 100 rupees shares of a company at 10% premium. The dividend declared by the company is 12%. Find A, the number of shares purchased by him, and B, his annual dividend. Let us look at our steps. We first write investment is 33,000 and they are 100 rupees shares, so face value we write as rupees 100. Premium is 10%. MV will be 100 plus 10% of 100, that is 100 plus 10, that is 110 rupees. Dividend is 12%. Now in order to get this MV, we have got 1 mark. Remember, it's a 3-mark question. Then for the number of shares purchased, we shall write investment upon market value, that is 33,000 upon 110, that gives us 300 shares. And B, the annual dividend will be D upon 100 into N into FV. We substitute the values like so, and 3,600, that gives us 1 more mark. So 3 full marks again for this. This was again a very, very easy part of the paper. In the third part, which is for 4 mark, Ogive we have to draw, and we have life insurance agent found the following data for distribution of ages of 100 policy holders. So age in years is given as class intervals, and policy holders, that is frequency, is given here. And for us, one job was already done, cumulative frequency was already given. So all we had to do was to take the points to plot. So first point would be 25,2, second one will be 30,6, then 35,18, 40,38, 45,60, 50,88, 55,96, and 60,100. So the points are already ready, but we'll write them down in our presentation. On the graph, we have to take 2 centimeter as 5 years along one axis, and 2 centimeter equal to 10 policy holders, and we have to find the median age and the number of policy holders whose age is above 52 years. Let us see how we present the work. So question 9, third part. I have written only the points to plot as I discussed earlier. Can you see that? And on y-axis here, I have taken the scale from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, like that, and 2 centimeters is equal to 10 policy holders. So we write over here number of policy holders along this direction, and for x-axis I have written this, that is age in years, with 2 centimeters giving us 5 years. Of course, we have to start with a kink because we are starting here from 15. Now our first part asks us to plot the point. First of all, we will plot the points. As you can see, the first point was 25,2. So we take from 25 2 divisions up because these 10 divisions are 10 policy holders. We can write the coordinates like this. The second point was 30, 6. So from 30 we go up 5 and 1, 6, and we write the coordinates. If you come to 35, it will be 18. So this is 15 and 3 more divisions. So that is 18. You can write the coordinates and then you draw a smooth curve joining the points that are plotted. Now, unfortunately, I have not drawn this on the paper. This is a digital paper and I have used the graphic board for this. So the smoothness of this curve you will not see, but on the paper it is very easy to get the smooth curve. In any case, let us see how we proceed. Our A part asks us to find the median age. Now, median age total is how much? 100 policy holders. So it will be n upon 2th term. We write here that is 50, and then from 50 we'll show the line going on the right where it touches the ogive. You come down and then you will see between 40 and 45 there are 10 divisions. So 10 divisions represent 5 years. So 1 year will be represented by 2 divisions. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions up to here. So that will be 2 more years after 40. So this will be read as 42 years. Okay, so we write here median mark is 42 years. So that is 1 mark. And the number of policy holders above 52 years of age. Now 52 years, again this is 50, this is 55. So we take 4 divisions so that it becomes 52 years. We draw the line up to touch the ogive. Where it touches the ogive, the corresponding value over here is 91. So 91 policy holders. Make sure that you're writing your x-axis the scale and y-axis the scale on it. And once we have got the values, we write the values here. Number of policy holders above 52 years, that is 91, and that is your 1 more mark. Now this question was for 4 marks. So 2 marks will be getting these values right and plotting the points right and showing all these values here like so and making the curve smooth. All that will be involved with these 2 marks. We come to the last question of this paper, which is question number 10. And remember, there are 7 questions here. You had to attempt any 4 of them. So first part says Rohan bought the following eatables for his friends. So he got from Soham Sweet Mart the bill. Laddus price was 500 rupees per kg. He got 2 kgs. Pastries he got rupees 100 per piece. He got 12 pieces. And rate of GST was 5% and 18%. Calculate the total GST paid and the total bill amount including GST. Now there are various ways of doing this. You can either do this separately or you can write it in the form of a bill. Not a problem. I have written it like this. So this was the bill of Soham Sweet Mart. This is the serial number. The item was laddu and pastries. The price rupees 500 per kg. Pastries rupees 100 each. Quantity here was 2 kgs. Here it was 12 pieces. GST here was 5% and 18%. So for 500 rupees per kg, laddus cost rupees 1000 and pastries with 100 rupees each, 12 pieces cost 1200. Now the GST rate on the 2 is different. So I showed not just GST, I showed CGST and SGST because it's the local mart which is going to sell the sweet. So it will be 2.5% CGST and 2.5% SGST. So 25 upon 1000 into 1000, that gives us 25 rupees as the CGST. SGST will be the same. So GST will be 50 rupees. 50 rupees added to this gives 1050. For 1200 we had 18% GST, which splits CGST, SGST into 9% and 9%. So we find 9% of 1200, 108 and 108. So total comes to 216 added to 1200. So that is 1416. Add the numbers and you get 2466. That is the total bill to be paid. Now the total GST was our A part. So total GST would be CGST total was 133. SGST total was 133. So 133 plus 133 equal to rupees 266. And the total amount including GST was this plus this, that is 2466, and that is our answer. So we get 1 mark for this and 1 mark for this and for our calculations over here. Okay, so that's how we get 3 marks for this. Let us come to question 10, second part. A part says if the lines kx minus y plus 4 equal to 0 and 2y equal to 6x plus 7 are perpendicular to each other, find the value of k. Now if they are perpendicular, their slopes will be, when multiplied, will give product as minus 1. Then B part, find the equation of the line parallel to this one. This is the same one parallel to this one but passing through minus 1 comma 1. Let us see how we present our work. This is perpendicular to this. I've written the two equations and k equal to question mark. So you have to convert this into y is equal to mx plus c. So the first equation becomes y goes that side. So we write y is equal to kx plus 4. So the slope will be equal to m1, that will be k. What is k? It is the coefficient of x. Now coefficient of x is the slope. So slope m1 is equal to k. For the second line, we again convert it into y is equal to mx plus c. Our equation was given as 2y equal to 6x plus 7. So we write y equal to 6x upon 2 and 7 upon 2 like this. So 2 1s and 2 3s gives us the slope m2 equal to 3. Now the two lines are perpendicular. So this m1 and this m2, they must multiply to give us minus 1. So k into 3 will give us minus 1. Take 3 that side, k is equal to minus 1 upon 3, and that's our first mark. We come to the equation of a line parallel to 2y equal to 6x plus 7 and passing through minus 1 comma 1. Now the slope of parallel line will be equal to slope of this. So for this line, the slope m2 was 3. So the required parallel line also will have slope equal to 3. It passes through minus 1 comma 1 as given in the question. So we use slope point form. We write slope point form, write the formula first and then substitute, and you will get 3x minus y plus 4 equal to 0, and that is our answer. So our first mark was for value of k, and then to get this slope of the parallel line and the slope point form substitution, and to get the equation was 1 mark and 1 mark. So now we come to the last part, which is the construction. Using rule and compass to answer this question, construct angle ABC 90 degrees where AB is 6 centimeters and BC is 8 centimeters. A. Construct the locus of points equidistant from B and C, and B. Construct the locus of points equidistant from A and B. Mark the point that satisfies both the conditions A and B as O, and construct the locus of points keeping the fixed distance OA from fixed point O, and E. Construct the locus of points which are equidistant from BA and BC. So we first draw the rough diagram, that is ABC angle of 90 degrees. All of us know how to construct 90 degrees here. They have given the measures of AB and BC. So BC will be 8 centimeters. Here we have constructed 90 degrees and we take radius of how much? 6 centimeters to get point A. Now we need a point equidistant from B and C. Now B and C, if it is equidistant, it lies on the perpendicular bisector. Can you see the perpendicular bisector of BC I have written here? So from C we draw the arc this way and this way, and from B we draw the arc this way and this way, and we join these 2 points to get the perpendicular bisector. Point equidistant from A and B. A and B also will be on the perpendicular bisector of AB. So from A we will take some radius more than half and we draw the arc here and draw the arc here. Same radius we draw the arc here and draw the arc here, and we join it up, and where the two meet, that will be point O as written in point C. O is on the point of intersection of these two bisectors. So to get this bisector, that is 1 mark. To get this bisector is this mark. To get the point of intersection here, to mark that as O. C part, we also have to find the locus of the points which are from O or a fixed distance, which means we have to take the radius equal to OA, which will be equal to OC, and we need to draw the circle. So this part also was missing in my earlier solution. So we'll just write that over here so you have seen that. So this becomes the locus of the points from O with fixed distance OA. Okay, that is your 1 mark. And D, the point equidistant from BA and BC. So BA is here and BC is here. So you have to bisect this angle 90 degrees. So we will use this point here and this point here, and we will take the radius more than half this way, and from here more than half this way, and when we join this, that will give us the angular bisector, that is BF. So BF is the angular bisector, and that is how we complete the 4-mark construction. Now this was a little tricky. If you choose to join this line AC, remember it's a right triangle, this point O should lie on the hypotenuse. So that is the tricky part. If you are wrong, then if you draw this hypotenuse, so I will just show you how I drew the hypotenuse. Can you see that? If I draw the hypotenuse, this point O must lie on AC. So the examiner is very smart. All he has to do is, if he takes the ruler and joins AC, just holds the ruler against it. If this point O is not along the same 2 points, then you are wrong. So you know that you will lose marks over there. So that is in short our solution with the markings for this ICSE Board Examination 2024 Mathematics paper. I hope you found this helpful. If you found this helpful, do let me know in the comments. And if you didn't find it helpful, then again you'll let me know in the comment box. Okay? All the best for your future papers and your future. Thank you for watching. Bye.